basic guide for using the Cab Treasure Gold app. This is one of the Android phones we're going to have in the cabs. So when you fire it up, if it's not already logged in, this is the screen you should see. To start the app, you need to go to Cab Treasure Gold and press that icon. It comes up with the driver login, and we put our password in.
Driver R25 login.
As you can hear on the computer in the background, it's just logged into the system. You've got the first menu here, which shows you another sub-menu, messages, current job, FOJ, which is follow-on job, plot, which is the plots that we're on. Now, there's only this app currently logged in, this PDA, so you can see there's one driver there at Lower Homer, so that just shows you who's clear and where they are. Panic button, I'll just press and hold this so you can hear. This is like the red button we had before. That's the office computer. I'll just stop that. So once the situation's resolved or cleared up, you can just hold calm and that'll reset that. Base is the base location. When you click and hold that, it'll open the SatNav package that runs in the back, and it can take you back to base. Messages. Now there's a load of pre-configured messages in here. You've got an inbox there, which will show you any messages from the office. But also, if you want to go to write message and click on write message, these are the pre-made ones, but there's nothing in there that's suitable for your needs. You can tap in the big white box where the cursor's flashing and type whatever you fancy in there, and then send that to the office, and that'll go straight off, and a window pops up and they read it straight away. It's not just a little flashing car number in the corner that doesn't sometimes get read. So we'll back off that. Menu, when you click on that, home takes you back to the previous one. Go on a break. Now this puts, if you hold that one down, it puts you on a break. That's just changed the status on the computer, and there's no time limit to this like the old one. So you know if you're on a break, it's not going to time out, and then the office sends you jobs that get rejected because you're not back yet. So obviously when you get back, you need to hold it down again to remember to go back to being available. Settings, let's change brightness. You can add message templates. So where we went before, there's lots of messages. You can add those. Sound, obviously increase, decrease. Updates, not really relevant because whenever you log in, if there are any updates, it'll do it automatically. Future jobs. Now, for instance, if you had a pre-booking in that's allocated to your car for later on that day, or any future job, maybe an airport 3 or 4 days later, they'll show up there as a reminder for you. Obviously nothing on there, so that's potentially quite useful. Jobs is your current status. That's showing previous jobs the car's had. These are just from trial runs, whether they're account jobs or cash jobs. Navigation takes you to the Here We Go nav package that's on here. Flag down's a really useful feature. That's just like busying yourself by pressing the meter on the old system, because it's quite important that if you have a walk up anywhere, that you need to say you've been flagged down, so it busies you on the system so they don't keep sending you jobs. Because if you get a walk up and say you're in Tesco's and you start heading off south and it's got you clear, and then it sends you a job that wants a pickup from north of Hereford, that's potentially going to cause a major problem. So press flag down, say yes to flag down, and now it's got you busy on the system, showing your pickup point. Well, I'm at the office, hence that's why that's come up. And from there you can ideally you want to go down to plots then. So you would change your plot for your destination. So let's say we were going off to Hampton Park, for instance. That's just replotted you on the computer now. So if there do happen to be any jobs up there or follow-on jobs, you're likely to get them. So that's the same as before. It's quite important to replot. Again, on the screen now, you've got the information there from doing the flag down. Now, STC is soon to clear. So if you press that, that tells the computer that you're not far off from your destination, and it can possibly set up a follow-on job for you. Navigate it'll fire up the SatNav package to help you find your way to somewhere if you're not too sure. And then clear just does exactly that and clears you ready for the next job. So if I go back to the home screen, if we send this PDA job, this is what it looks like. So if I dispatch it to this one, it'll give you 20 seconds. Accept. And there you go, we've got all this info come up now. So if you press and hold where it's got the information on the pickup point and stuff, it'll talk to you if you haven't got time to read it. It's a bit of a moany old voice, but it works. So if I just hold there.
80 Street, Peters Close, Morton on Lug, Hereford, HR 48DN, less than 54, Morton on Lug.
There you go. Don't really want to listen to that much. Now it's flagged there. You can see in red it's an account. So what that'll do, it's much like the old system. When you get to the point where you want to clear, it'll ask you to put the account in. Some of them were fixed, as we know, but this is for the variable tariffs, the fares that go on. So basically, if you're not sure of the pickup point and you're a fairly new driver, you can tap navigate. So if I tap navigate, that'll open up the sat-nav package we've got on here, called here, which has got real-time traffic updates and things like speed cams and stuff, which are fairly useful. So you can tap where it says, you can see no delays, 9 minutes, and that'll pull up your route. You press start.
Now turn left and then turn right.
It's all ready to go. To get off that, if you want to go back to the booking screen, there's two ways of doing this. You can either go back, which will turn the sat nav off, or you can, at the bottom there's a triangle and a circle and a square. If you press the little square, that shows you the apps that are currently running. It's not showing the taxi app, so if I just use the triangle then to go back, cancel guidance, you're not really going to necessarily have to come off that when you're trying to get there. It's I was just trying to get back to the Cab Treasure app, because usually it shows up. Oh, there it is at the bottom. Let's just do that again. I'm going to go back to current job, navigate. So, right, so let's say you're navigating. There's another way. You can put your finger at the top.
Now turn left and then turn right.
Okie dokie, and pull the screen down, and that shows you the Cab Treasure app there, Treasure Mobile. Just tap there, and that should pull back the app like that. Otherwise, you can drag it down again, and it's still there. So otherwise, then you can hit the square on the bottom right-hand corner, and you can see, here we go, you can tap that one, and it'll pull the mapping back up. If you want to cancel that, you use a little triangle to go back and just say cancel. And you can use it again and again, and either tap the icon there or there where it says it's running, and you'll get back to the software. So if you click on current job, which we're on, so now you've got to your destination, your pickup point. If you press arrive, at this stage you've arrived. Literally, you've not got anyone on board, and it gives you a ring back option once you've pressed arrive. That also lets the office know that you're at your pickup point. You then press ring back. You can see just tapping it gives you an alert, so you've got to hold it down. Now on this instance, there's no number attached to this job, so it's telling you it's not going to work, which is fine. But otherwise, normally that would be sending a text message and ringing them. At the point where they get in the car, you've got POB, which is passenger on board. So you tap that one. That's now tell the office that you're busy. Excuse me. Let's say you're getting close to where you want to drop. You then press STC, which is soon to clear, which notifies the office that you're close, and they can give you a follow-on job, or the computer could automatically assign one, much like soon to clear before. Because this is an account job, when you try and clear now, let's say you dropped off, it'll pop up with a window asking you to enter your fare. So, I mean, let's just say that was £10. Whoops. And you click OK. That's updated the job on the office computer. And now when you press clear again, you're back ready to take another job. The status is all clear. There's another feature on here, so I'm going to send another job out now, just to try and show you this one. It's going to beep again. I'll accept that. Okie dokie. You can get more details. So, for instance, if it was an airport booking and you were curious how many passengers, how much luggage, all that can be found under more details. Use the back arrow at the top to go back off that. Again, you can change plots and various other things from here, but this is quite an important one here in the middle, payment type, because I think everyone's going over to using iSettle or SumUp. Well, SumUp can be used directly via the taxi app. So if you've got iSettle, you're going to have to shrink the screen down and fire up iSettle and take credit card payments that way. With SumUp, if you've got that tied in, which I think is much the same cost as iSettle, you can change your payment type to credit card. And then when you get to, so say I've arrived, I've done the ring back, passengers on board, soon to clear, and because I've adjusted that to credit card already, when I try and clear now, it gives you an option. So if the customer's changed their mind, they've got cash, great, switch back to cash and it'll clear. Otherwise, carry on, okay. And I'll pop up this window. Now, ignore the surcharge because I don't think we're having a surcharge. That won't be there when this goes live. So you press next then. From there, you can put the cardholder's name, email address if they want to give it or you've got time. And then we can say next. So I don't know, I'll just put anything in. That'll do. It wants an email, it would seem. I didn't know about that, but there we go. Perhaps we can change that feature so it's not necessary. And then it'll go to card types. And at this point, when you submit, that'll link to the SumUp, and then they can insert the card and put the PIN in, or they can use the contactless or whatever. Once that's processed, it should all clear, and you're back to being ready for another job. I'm going to put this back to cash for now because obviously there's no SumUp link to it. So, and there you go, we're all clear. So, bit of a long video. There's probably other things I could cover as we get different kinds of jobs through, but to be honest, that's basically all there is to it. It's quite a nice, clean little app, and hopefully everyone will get on with it. Yeah, that's it for now. Cheers.